Hi, this is Carrie McDaniel Copenhaver, and this is my final presentation for New Faculty Development Program. In this slideshow, I am going to tell you about my personal goal for our IDTG 21 course, which was to create a voice animation lesson on parallel construction for my ESL 044 advanced writing class. I've never taught an online course, I've never taken an online course, and I have never created a voiceover animation. So throughout this entire course, I've been thinking about how to do this as we've been reading about instructional design methods. In ESL, English as a Second Language, the formatting is as follows. We have all face-to-face courses. We do talk about flipping the classroom and using more technology for students outside of the classroom. But we do have some accessibility issues for our students. Few have computers at home, internet accessibility outside of their smartphones, and so trying to make this work for them is kind of an experiment. In order to decide on which voiceover instruction tools I would consider, I wanted to review existing flipped classroom examples that included voiceover techniques in ESL 100 and Spanish classes. I had lots of interviews, both formal and informal, with teachers, with our CCIT instructor, and also with other peers about their voiceover experiences. I had a lot of suggestions from Screencast-O-Matic, Camtasia, Schoology, Notability, Powtoon, Educreations, and more. There are lots of options out there and lots of different platforms from Mac to PCs and laptops and iPads. It became a little overwhelming to review all of them, so I decided on just a few. It seemed the best platforms were really able to be used on iPads, and I personally liked Educreations and Doodlecast Pro the best. But in terms of the accessibility issues of our students, I wanted to be able to link both to PCs and also to Blackboard. So I ultimately decided on combining PowerPoint with Screencast-O-Matic in order to create my lesson. I also wanted to combine the I-Care model, which I thought was most applicable to my ESL student learning. I-Care, according to Hoffman, is distilled from basic instructional design practice, adapting various systems or steps of instruction to what seemed to us to be particularly useful components for an online course. This is from Middlesex University's research. I thought that the way it implied that the content connected area really was adopted by the teacher, and then the apply and reflect sections are more likely to be a bit of the teacher's more of a facilitator. I liked the fact that it put those two dynamics together and takes into account some of the advantages offered by new technology. My intent in creating these online grammatical lessons is both to flip the classroom, but also to provide ample time for reflection for our students. With the introduction and connection through these online models, as you can see with the iCare model, the students are able to go back and reflect over and over again, and then start to apply both in classroom settings and also in outside of classroom review and activities. I came across so many great resources online for flipping the classrooms. Many flipping the classroom websites went hand in hand with these kinds of voice-over instructions. There was so much support for flipping the classroom, so much encouragement, and lots of creative ways of doing it. Flipped Institute was one fantastic website. Also, Educators Technology and the Universal Technical Institute in Texas were fantastic resources. So when you view my first voiceover online lesson, it's a pretty basic grammar lesson about parallel construction. I'm wondering if you will find, does my presentation introduce the grammar topic? Is the presentation accessible and easy to understand? Is the presentation content sequenced and structured to include multiple elements of parallel instruction? Is the voiceover expression coherent and interesting? And does the presentation reflect the I Care model and enhance students' understanding? Final thoughts. Thanks for reviewing my program. Thanks for your support and your constructive criticism. You'll see my rubric will be attached as well. Just as I was finishing my final project, a colleague came in and was so excited to tell me that she'd figured out a new voiceover animation program today to use, and that was called Explain Everything. But you needed a Vimeo site that was required in order to watch that. I liked the idea of that because, as you will hear on my parallel construction project, Vimeo or Explain Everything offers voice editing options. Screencast-O-Matic does not. That being said, I think that pairing a teacher who relies on a lot of energy that she gets out of her students, I'd like to be able to reflect a little bit more of that in both my voice inflection and also my presentations. I think if we combine technology and our experiences as well as all of the research and pedagogy we've learned in this course, I think we'll hit the bullseye. So thanks again for checking it out. It's been a crazy, exciting experience, and I hope you enjoy my video.